Hey, welcome to an update on the ShoDo Kamen Rider video. In my review I mentioned that one of the extra figures that you get in the pack of 5 was another Ichigo or a Fifi figure, and I mentioned, as you can see on the camera here, I repainted that Ichi figure into a Shocker Rider. Oh, all the way around and everything, so I did that. Now, I actually went back and added tiny details to every single other Kamen Rider ShoDo figure. So I hope my friend is pleased, because they're his. I did it because I like painting. I find it fun, so wasn't too much of a hassle for me to just add a little bit of detail, just a little bit of paint, a little bit of detail. It makes all the difference to these figures. So I'm going to go through all the little details that I did add in these figurines. So the first one here, I will look at Poltergeist, because these are one of the least amount of detail added, because for the most part he's pretty complete. Well, he's... oh crap, I forgot to paint the back of his belt. Oh well, I'm not going to do that. Anyway, at the front here on the belt, I did get a little tiny black dot sort of marker pen and just color in all the little edges there to make it, give it some black. And I painted a black ring around the buckle. I also painted silver there, as well as silver on the front all the way around. Originally on the toy it was just a single silver ring, but there's actually more silver going out on all these little bits and these tiny little bed lines going across, so I painted all of that. So I added all the details there. So like I said, not too much going on with him, but the other ones will have a lot more details added, as you'll see in a moment. I'll end with X, because he's probably got the most details added. Here's Ichigo. A bit too much light on him. So yeah, I went up there and added the silver to this metal piece, as well as a tiny red dot and a black ring around there, as well as tiny silver dots on the belt, as well as silver bits, and I added the green bit on the back. So a little bit of details there. Whoops, he fell over. Next, V3. I painted his antennae silver, as they should be. Got the red to go around his arms, as well as on the back. As well as, we just removed this scarf piece, the white on the back of his uniform. Because his suit, because that's what it's supposed to have. As well as the tiny silver bits right there with his antenna piece. I didn't draw a blue line or red V, because that's a bit too much. But painted that silver. And, you know, just painted the little number 3 in red. And by the way, all of these, Ichigo and him, touched up the top and bottom of the belts, the white and the silvers, just so it feels more complete, so I touched those up as well. Now, those are tiny details you might not notice, because but these figures I think were all spray painted, so they so those are things you might not those are, you know, the areas where the spray would miss. Okay, X has the most paint, because, well, first of all I painted his scarf with the red X and the yellow line, but both on the underside as well there. I painted his entire back there. This whole piece is meant to be red on the back. And not too important, but I did paint the underside of this red armor red as well. It just made more sense, because it was grey underneath, and under certain angles you might see the grey, so I decided to paint that. Also painted the tips there, that's where the plastic mold, where the cut off the plastic is, so there's no paint there, it's just grey plastic, so I painted out those tips red. And also painted black there in this turbine. See the little black there, the little bits of detail, so I added those little bits of details all over. And that's pretty much, actually. That's all the little details fixed up, just, you know, even the whole figures up. I think, well, I think they look a lot better with all these little bits of paint. So, yeah, there you go. And if my friend does decide he wants the second batch, I'll get that and ask him if he wants these little details added. And I think he'll make a nice little video for these added details. And yeah, by the way, the paints that I use I got the paints in Hong Kong. Of course, as always, I'll use the Gundam marker pens for very fine and sort of tip details. And for the rest of the paint, I finally picked up a paint that I liked, and it is Gaia paints. So if you're in Hong Kong, pick yourself up a Gaia paint. Little tiny jars about this big. Do cost 20 Hong Kong dollars. So it's a little bit expensive, but they are really good. Just when you buy a bottle, shake it before you open it, and then it's good. Because I always have problems with Tamaya or Mr. Color. They always seem to mess up for me, so I recommend those paints. So yeah, subscribe, suggest, and comment below, and guys, take care and have a nice day. Bye.